Sing me a song of a lass that is gone.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylee and today is Tuesday, which means it's Outlander video day. Now, every single Tuesday, I bring out a different Outlander related video to help us all get through Droughtlander, and man, is it feeling like it's going forever. But every single Tuesday, as I said, I bring out a different Outlander video to try and help us get through it. Now, if you're wondering what Droughtlander is, it is the time that nothing is being released either books or TV show-wise for the amazing show Outlander, which was a book series written by the fabulous Diana Gabaldon, turned into a TV series, and has now got a fan base of just mega numbers. But as you could tell by the title of the video today, I want to talk about 5 things about Outlander that I actually don't like. Now, this video is not one of those ones that's going to bash the show, because anyone that has seen any of my videos knows that I love Outlander. I absolutely adore 99.9% of everything about Outlander. And it was really actually pretty difficult for me to find 5 things in particular that I could justify saying I don't like. Now, people's opinions differ across the board for everything in life, and that's totally fine. But these are just things that I found that I didn't like, and you may love them, and that's totally fine. I respect everybody's opinions. That's like, it's totally fine, but please don't come at me in the comments. This video is something that I was actually afraid to make because of what my 5 things are. But, you know, majority of Outlander fans are fantastic. I don't think I've personally not met any feral Outlander fans. Oh no, that's a lie. At a convention once, there were most certainly some feral people there. And the group of people that I sort of met and were talking to at the time, who were the most loveliest ladies I've ever met in my whole life, we were all just gobsmacked by the way some of these fans were acting. Actually, you know what? That will be a video for another day. But let's just jump straight into it, because I want to talk about 5 things that I don't like about Outlander. Okay, so the first 4 I'm going to mention are in no particular order, and all of these come from different aspects of the show. There's no, like, you know, season 1 or 4 or book 5 or whatever, anything like that. These are just my things in general. The first 4 are in no particular order, but number 1 is my utmost pet peeve. So number 5 is Bree. Now, I love Sophie Skelton. I love her. I think she's one of the most kindest, beautifulest humans in the entire world. And Bree now, later on in the show, like where she's at plot-wise in the show and where she is at, like at the books, I love her. But when we first meet Bree and she's just, oh, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand her at all. I just thought, please, stop talking. Don't have any more dialect, please. But no, she just kept going and going. It didn't take very long for that to end for me. As soon as, okay, so TV show wise especially, for when she went through the stones and, you know, when she accepted that Claire's past was her past and all that sort of stuff. When that happened, it was like an instant switch. And I was back to, oh, okay, there's the Bree that I'm loving in the books now, because I'm further along in the books and the TV show. But when we first meet Bree, especially in the show, I was like, please just stop. Just stop. Don't give her any more. And it wasn't the actor. I love Sophie Skelton. That's what I'm saying. But the character of Bree, I just thought, you spoilt brat, please be quiet. That's all I kept thinking throughout maybe 2 or 3. No, it was probably only 2 episodes. But oh man, did she drive me nuts. Number 4, and now this one is something that is widely talked about on the internet, and it's more accepted now than when the change first initially happened, but that is Jamie's wigs. Now, when we see Jamie in season 2 in particular, and then 3, the wig is just atrocious. I don't know what happened. Like, the Outlander budget for TV, like, what happened there, guys? I mean, yeah. What happened? It was pretty bad. And I think it got a pretty bad rap on the internet, and they most certainly have fixed it. I think all of the wigging and the costuming is just spectacular. But for a hot minute there, Jamie's wig was different. Let's just say it was different. But that is number 4. And like I said, that's got nothing to do with actors or characters. It's a physical looking thing, and it just drove me absolutely batty. Every time I would see, I was like, oh, come on now, what's happened here? And I realised Sam didn't want to grow his hair and have, like, that's totally fine because long hair's a lot of work, I know. But yeah, there was just something about that wig, and it was only a short transition for myself. I don't know if I personally got more adapted to it or if it got better. I don't know. But when I very first saw it, I was like, no, please fix. Button, please fix. Now, number 3. Now, initially, I loved this. And as time went on and I rewatched and rewatched and rewatched, that's when I thought, no. Mark me. Mark me. Mark me.
Mark me. Mark me. Mark me. Mark me. I won't be deterred. Mark me.
Now, like I said, initially when I first watched the season 3, season 2 especially, I was like, okay, this is funny. And I appreciated the throw in, and it was like, you know, it was, mark me, haha, good old Bonnie Prince, he's funny. But for someone who is dedicated to just rewatching whenever I want to, which is a lot, mark me becomes just like a graze, and it's like, please mark me. But like I said, initially it was fantastic, and I think it was so well done to include that in the show. It was a talking point. It brought up, you know, every time you see Bonnie, you knew it was coming. It was like it showed the sort of person that I believe Bonnie Prince Charlie was, that he was fixated, and mark me was something obviously he was fixated on saying. It was his go-to saying. It was just, I loved how they did it, but at the same time, now as a rewatcher, mark me.
Mark me.
Now, number 2, this is one, this hurts my heart more than anything, number 2. When Claire, of course, leaves the past and goes back to the future, we know she's pregnant with Bree, and, you know, she goes to live her life with Frank and look after Bree and all that sort of stuff. That's fine. Why did Claire never check that Jamie was 100% dead? I know that she, you know, I understand the dynamics when she returns to the future and it's like she agrees to whatever. But how could you not? How could you not pick up a book? How could you not? I understand maybe not nicking back through the stones to just have a look around because it's too risky because you have Bree to look after now. But I just think even if I agreed to say I would never look for him, I would just need to know 100% he was dead. I just 20 years were wasted. Like 20 years. And I know, I understand that that's a good point for plots. Like, I understand that. But why would Claire not look? Anybody who was in there, if this happened to anyone in real life and they didn't check, I would be so annoyed at them. I would be just absolutely annoyed if I was in the past or if I was in the future and I found out, okay, my mum, Claire, did not go and check to see if my dad was dead by reading a book. I would be so annoyed. I would just be absolutely furious, in fact. Because it's like, just read a book. Just find his name. And I understand it was difficult. I get that. But there would have been some aspect that you could at least attempt to see if he was alive. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just picking at straws with this one, but it really irked me. It irked me when I read the books more than the show because I already knew, obviously, that's what was going to happen. But I thought to myself when I was reading the books, 20 years has just been wasted in this timeline for book series. Like, are we running out of, like, is this going to be the ending of the books? Because we've, you know, there's not much time period here. You've jumped forward 20 years. You've lost 20 years of timeline that we could have. Then I'm like, you idiot. It's a time traveling book series. You're going to go back. You're going to know every aspect of that 20 years. And we do. But it's like, just why didn't she check? Why didn't she check? Now, number 1, my ultimate pet peeve about Outlander is not actually about the series or the book series. It's actually about the Outlander fans. Now, we know I have praised Outlander fans as being some of the kindest, lovingest, most caring fans of any genre show or book series I've ever seen. And that is true. I have met some of the most wonderful, amazing people because of Outlander. But I've also sort of... It's not even people that I've met or I've seen. It's more like internet people. And really, can you count internet trolls as people? I don't know. Sometimes I don't. Now, I know I touched on this a little bit in the intro, but I'm not talking about actually physically seeing people. I'm talking about people that do something called shipping. Now, before I became a massive, massive Outlander fan, I had never heard of shipping. And if you don't know what it is, shipping is when fans of, say, Outlander will then go in and attack Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe's private life and say that they're actually together, they're a couple, you know, like Sophie and Richard Rankin are a couple in real life, and they'll attack their personal lives and put rumours out there that they're together or they're dating or they're married or they're cheating on each other or they're whatever. And it drives me nuts because these actors who portray the characters that we all love are not the actual characters. And as much as I would love for Sam Heughan to be Jamie Fraser, he's just not. They are fictional characters, and the people that portray them, you know, we are all thankful to them for portraying these characters and bringing them to life on the screen. That doesn't give anybody the right to then attack their personal lives and spread rumours about their personal lives and things like that. I've also discovered that there are actually groups on Facebook that attack other members in other groups because they disagree with something that has been said, or, you know, someone might be a massive Sam Heughan fan or a massive Jamie fan, and it's just atrocious what some of the grown adults are putting in. Like, it just drives me nuts. And I just think we should all be grateful that we have something to read and to watch that has then been brought to life by fantastic actors and, you know, directors and everybody that goes into the production of the TV show, and Diana and all of her, you know, she's not a one-man band. I mean, obviously she writes the books, but then there's so many aspects that we as fans probably don't even know about. And it's like, just appreciate what you're getting. And you're allowed to disagree with things and you're allowed to not like them. As I've just created a 5-item thing that I don't like. But that doesn't mean I would go and attack, you know, Sophie Skelton and say, oh, you were so horrible when you portrayed a character in a show that I liked. I just couldn't do it. I don't know why anyone thinks they have the right to do that to the actors. I don't know. But that is my pet peeve, when people attack actors who have brought characters to life. I hope today's video hasn't been too negative and you've actually still enjoyed the content for this week's video. Finding 5 things to talk about that I don't like about Outlander was actually pretty hard, except for number 1. Being on social media a lot, I see that more than most things. So that's how it becomes such a pet peeve for me. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have any ideas for what you would like to see during our Tuesday Outlander videos, please drop them down below. I'm also doing a Q&A style video on, a bit of everything really, which will be coming out later on, not as a Tuesday Outlander video, but if there is anything you would like to know, please drop that in the comment section down below, or also on the community tab page where the majority of it is going. I hope you are all staying safe wherever you are in the world. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you next Tuesday for another Outlander video. Bye!
Sing me a song